It's loud in here. 3 a.m. staring at the glow of the street light, fighting demons that appear in the middle of the night. Rain hitting on the glass, matching rhythm with my heart, trying to finish up a story I don't know how to start. My thoughts are running laps, marathon in a circle. Eyes red, spirit blue, and my bruises are purple. I try to tune it out, try to find a clear channel, but I'm wrapped up in the fear, like I'm wrapped in this flannel. Disconnect the phone, I don't wanna talk. Leave the body here, let the spirit walk. There's so much static in my head. Can't hear a word that you just said. I'm searching for a signal through the noise and the pain, just a frequency of peace inside the pouring rain. Static in my head. They say meditation, medication fix the situation, but they don't understand the level of the oscillation. It's a low frequency vibrating in my bones, feeling crowded in a room. Even when I'm all alone, I'm the ghost in the machine, glitching in the system. Missed a lot of calls, yeah, I really should've kissed them, but regret is just a noise that plays on repeat. Listen close to the drums, that's the sound of defeat now.
Can you hear it? The silence is trying to speak. Tune it in.
There's so much static in my head. Can't hear a word that you just said. I'm searching for a signal through the noise and the pain, just a frequency of peace inside the pouring rain. Static in my head. Static in my
again. Just me, the shadows, and the truth.
The world is asleep, but my mind is a highway. Traffic is moving, going only my way. Replaying scenes from a life I could've lived, counting the sins and the things I shouldn't give. I look in the mirror, eyes looking hollow, hard pill to swallow, fear for tomorrow. Coffee is cold, but the stress is heating up, pouring my problems inside of this cup.
Why is the silence so loud? Why am I lost in the crowd?
It's a 3 a.m. monologue, talking to the wall, waiting for a text, waiting for a call, but nobody's answering, nobody's there. Just smoke in the lungs and the chill in the air. I'm breaking it down, layer by layer. Not a saint, not a sinner, just a midnight prayer. They see the glory, they don't see the grind. They see the smile, they don't see the mind. I'm fighting a war with a ghost in a sheet, walking on glass with my bare naked feet. Is it worth it, the hustle, the money, the fame, when nobody here even knows my real name? I put on a mask when the sun starts to rise, but right now I'm naked, no need for disguise.
The sun is coming up soon. The show begins again. But for now,
it's a 3 a.m. monologue, talking to the wall, waiting for a text, waiting for a call, but nobody's answering and nobody's there. Just smoke in the lungs and the chill in the air. I'm breaking it down, layer by layer. Not a saint, not a sinner, just a midnight prayer. End of transmission. Yeah. From the bottom to the top. Walking through the city, gray skies and hoodies up, looking for a blessing, but I'm drinking from a broken cup. The pavement is cold, the stories are told in the cracks, carrying the weight of the world on my lower back. I see the reflection of the neon in the puddle. Life is a game, we just breaking from the huddle. They told me stay down, they told me don't speak, but I found a little strength in the middle of the week. I planted seeds in the dirt that was dry, waiting for the water falling down from the sky. It's just rain on the concrete, washing away the pain and the defeat. Flowers don't grow here, that's what they say, but I'm blooming through the storm. Yeah, I found a way, let it rain, let it pour. I ain't the same anymore. Rain on the concrete. I remember days when the rent was due, stomach touching back, yeah, I barely made it through. Now the view is different, but the ground is the same. I earned every stripe, I earned every name. The pressure make diamonds now, pressure make dust, unless you add water and a little bit of trust. I'm standing in the storm, arms open wide, nothing left to fear, got nothing left to hide. The storm eventually runs out of rain, the clouds eventually run out of shade. Just rain on the concrete, washing away the pain and the defeat. Flowers don't grow here, that's what they say, but I'm blooming through the storm. Yeah, I found a way, let it rain, let it pour. I ain't the same anymore. Rain on the concrete. still growing.
Riding in the backseat, window rolled up tight, watching all the colors bleeding into the night. Red stop signs turning into bleeding hearts, green lights looking like we're falling apart. I try to focus on the road, focus on the goal, but the city got away, still in the soul. Is it the rain or is it the tears in my eyes, distorting the truth and magnifying the lies? I don't wanna clarify, I don't wanna see the sharp edges of reality. Blurred lights, city nights, moving slow. Where we going? I don't really know. Just let the boat take over the view. Every shade of neon reminds me of you. It's all blurred. Pixelated memories crashing in the brain, static on the radio, mixing with the rain. I remember when the vision was 20/20 clear. Now I'm navigating through the fog and the fear. Maybe clarity is overrated, maybe pain is sharp. I'd rather stay inside the shadow playing in the dark. Don't wipe the windshield, let the water flow. I'm comfortable here in the afterglow. Sometimes the truth cuts too deep, so we close our eyes just to keep. Dark lights, city nights, moving slow. Where we going? I don't really know. Just let the boat take over the view. Every shade of neon reminds me of you. It's all blurred. Screaming from the rooftop to make it true. Real power moves in silence, yeah, that's how I move. like a submarine navigating underneath the waves, keeping all the secrets and the promises I gave. People falling in love with the image and the hype, but I'm falling for the soul, yeah, I'm a different type. They want the high notes, they want the flash and the spark. I'm comfortable with the vibration, living in the dark. It's not what you hear with your ears, it's what you feel when the interference clears. It's a low frequency love, low frequency, vibrating in the bones, rising up above. You can't see the wave, but you feel the motion, pulling on my heart like the moon pulls the ocean. It's different when it's deep. Static on the surface, but it's calm down below. Let the world spin fast, I'ma take it slow. Connection is a wire that don't need no plug. Addicted to the feeling, yeah, the silence is the drug. I tried to broadcast on a channel they could find, but this frequency is exclusive to the open mind. If you listening right now and you feel it in your chest, then you know that the hidden things are always the best. Turn up the bass. Close your eyes. It's a low frequency love, low frequency, vibrating in the bones, rising up above. You can't see the way, but you feel the motion, pulling on my heart like the moon pulls the ocean. Low frequency, it's the only thing that's real. Everything looks great today. I woke up in the saturation, I was down to zero. Looking for a villain, looking for a hero, but everybody looks the same in the monochrome. Walking through a house that doesn't feel like a home. The sky's painting pictures, but I miss the exhibit. Living in a cage that I built, yeah, I live it. Taste is bland, sound is flat, feeling numb, waiting for the beat of a different kind of drum.
Is it the world that faded out, or is it my eyes filling up with doubt?
I see the muted colors starting to bloom, breaking through the silence in the gray of the room. A little bit of blue, a little bit of gold, stories that haven't even been told. It's not black and white, it's a spectrum of light, burning through the middle of the darkest night. To this color, turning into a masterpiece. Now I see the yellow in the taxi, green in the trees, feeling the vibration of the wind and the breeze. Perspective is a funny thing, it changes the lens, turns a stranger into family, enemies to friends. I was focused on the cracks in the wall, forgot to look up and see the building stands tall. The gray is just a canvas, waiting for the paint.
Just pick up the brush and breathe.
I see the muted colors starting to bloom, breaking through the silence in the gray of the room. A little bit of blue, a little bit of gold, stories that haven't even been told. It's not black and white, it's a spectrum of light, burning through the middle of the darkest night. Muted color, turning into a masterpiece.
Oxygen is everywhere, but my lungs are on strike. Penny riding on my back like a devil on a bike. Sweat dripping down my neck, walls closing in tight. Broad daylight, but I'm fighting with the night. Chest heavy like I'm wearing a vest made of lead. Words screaming loud, trapped inside of my head. I'm waving for help, but nobody sees the end. Cause I'm drowning in the ocean while I'm standing on land. Gravity is pulling me, dragging me down deep. Demons in the water, yeah, they playing for keeps. I'm drowning in air, gasping for a breath that isn't there. The pressure is rising, the vision is blurred. Screaming out a sentence without saying a word. Nobody knows, nobody cares when you're drowning in air. Sink or swim, that's the choice, that's the deal. But it's hard to move your legs when the numbness is real. Every step is a mile, every breath is a war. Searching for an exit, searching for a door. They say just calm down, they say it's in your mind. But the chains on my spirit are the hardest to find.
Dust on the shelf, dust on the frame. Looking at a picture but I forget the name. Time is a thief, yeah, it steals in the night. Taking the color, leaving the white. I walk through the hallway and memories pass, watching the shadows that the candlelight cast. I thought I moved on, thought I closed the door, but the floorboards creak like they did before. I try to run forward, but I'm looking behind, replaying the tape inside of my mind. Just echoes of yesterday, calling my name in a ghostly way. Voices ringing out in the empty hall, catching me every time I start to fall. I can't change it, I can't go back. Just a train rolling down a broken track. Echoes of yesterday won't let me sleep. If I could rewind, would I change the script? Fix every stumble and the times that I slip. Maybe the pain was part of the plan, to turn a lost boy into a strong man. But tonight I'm just swimming in a sea of regret, thinking about the people that I haven't met yet. Let the ghost speak. Just echoes of yesterday, calling my name in a ghostly way. Voices ringing out in the empty hall, catching me every time I start to fall. I can't change it, I can't go back. Just a train rolling down a broken track. Echoes of yesterday won't let me sleep. Goodbye to the past. Sitting there for an hour. Staring at the steam, fading off the rim. The light in the apartment is looking kinda dim. I brewed a fresh cup when the sun came up, but I got lost in the vision, didn't drink us up. Now it's ice cold, black sludge in the mug, like the world outside giving me a cold hug. But inside my head it's a summer day, plotting on the moves that I'm gonna make. The reality's freezing, shaking to the bone, building up a castle while I'm sitting on a stone. I got cold coffee and warm dreams. Nothing is as bad as it really seems. The bitter taste wakes me up to the truth. The fire in my soul is the fountain of you. Oh, sip it down, swallow the pain. Sunshine hiding in the middle of the rain. Cold coffee, but the dream is keeping me warm. They tell me wake up, get a job, get a life, but I'm married to the hustle, yeah, the game is my wife. They see the surface, they don't see the core. I'm chilling in the basement, but aiming for the top floor. So let the coffee freeze, let the heat disperse. I'm putting all my passion inside of this verse. Temperature drops, but the spirit rises. You can see the burn if you look into my eyes. It's not about what's in the car, it's about what's in the heart. later.
The sky is turning black, the wind is tearing down the door. I never felt the pressure hitting heavy like this before. The shaking foundation, ripping up the roof. I asked for a sign, well I guess this is the proof. Chaos in the mind, panic in the street, trying to find a steady rhythm in the middle of the beat. They say it passes over, they say it goes away, but it feels like the end of the world is today. I'm standing in the center, eye of the hurricane, washing off the sins with the acid rain. Storm before the calm, breaking every branch right off of the palm. You gotta feel the thunder to respect the silence. You gotta know the peace to survive the violence. Let it break, let it crash, let it flood the flow. 'Cause when it's all done, I'll be stronger than before. Storm before the calm. Okay, breathe. I see the clouds moving, shifting in the air. I see the silver lining starting to appear. I'm not afraid of the water, I learned how to swim. I learned how to fight when the chances are slim. Destruction is creation, just in disguise, clearing out the vision for the brand new eyes. The worst is over. Look up. It's a storm before the calm. We survived the night and we greeted the dawn. You gotta feel the thunder to respect the silence. You gotta know the peace to survive the violence. Let it break, let it crash, let it flood the flow. 'Cause when it's all done, I'll be stronger than before. We made it. Peace.
Do not disturb, I'm gone. I'm gone. Turned off the location, nobody knows where I'm at. Living inside of the moment, no need for the chat. The screen was burning my eyes, burning my soul. Scrolling through lives that I don't even control. I needed the silence to hear what I'm thinking. I needed a flow cause I felt I was sinking. No status update, no story to post. Just me and a rhythm living like a ghost. Disconnect the signal, reconnect the heart. Sometimes you gotta end it to make a new start. underneath the radar, taking a road that nobody travels cause it's lonely and dark. But that's where I find the ignition and spark. Invisible man, you can't see my face. I'm occupying a different kind of space. Ghost mode, finding myself in the void.
Walking with weights on my ankles and chest, trying to fly but I'm failing the test. The atmosphere pressing me down to the floor. I don't know if I can carry it anymore. Every step is a crater deep in the ground, screaming for help but not making a sound. The higher I climb, the harder the fall. Back against the ropes, back against the wall.
Why does the earth pull me down so hard? Playing a game with a terrible card.
Just gravity pulling me down to the place I shouldn't be.
Fighting the physics, fighting the law.
Stuck in the mouth of the monster's jaw.
But I got a foundation deep in the core,
holding me up when I can't take no more.
Bass vibrate, gravity
keep me grounded, don't let me float away.
Stop, home. Leaning my head on a cold glass pane, watching the city blur out in the rain. Faces reflect in the window opposite me. Everybody tired, everybody wanting to be free.
Work is a hustle, life is a grind, leaving a piece of my spirit behind. But the wheels are turning, moving down the track. I'm leaving the chaos and not looking back. The rhythm of the rails is a lullaby, singing to the dreamers beneath the sky. It's the last train home. Riding through the dark, but I'm not alone. Got my headphones on, world tuned out, erasing the fear and erasing the doubt. Click clack, moving fast through the night, searching for the tunnel to show me the light. Last train home, take me to the place where I belong.
Stepping out of the door, frame by frame, I'm watching it break, analyzing every single move that we make. Time is a rubber band, stretching it out. Silence is screaming, turning into a shout. I wanna press pause, live inside the gap, before the reality comes with a snap. Everything moves too fast in this life. Joy in the pain, peace and the strife.
We're living in slow motion, drifting like a ship on a frozen ocean, suspended in air, defying the time, committing the perfect emotional crime. Don't let it speed up, keep it right here, crystal clear vision, facing the fear. Slow motion, let the moment linger.
always wanted, but could find the button. Play it back, take me to the start. Before the words came and broke apart. Before the coffee got cold. Before the rain. Before the love turned into the pain. I see the memories playing in reverse. Lifting the blessing, lifting the curse. Sun spilling the milk, I'm breaking the glass. Watching the sand rise up in the hourglass. But the tape only rolls one way. Can't get back to you.